Hey everyone, my name is Jesse. I am the author and designer of this game, the Hidden Ones TTRPG, and this is one of our play sessions. Just keep in mind that it is a play test, and so a lot of times rules will change in between sessions. My players obviously have never played this system before, so take it very light, and if you have any suggestions on different rulings or rules that can be implemented, changes to be made, put them in the section, and who knows? Maybe you'll see your suggestion show up in a future video. So, without further ado, enjoy. So, with that,
All right.
Zavin, you're up. You know that.
And missiles are in the air, right? Because I remember that was like the very last thing that happened before we left.
Yes, that is why there is a missiles up in the chat.
Of course. Where do they fire, and where were they like?
Well, we were standing right about where we are right now when they
Yeah.
fired.
These would
So-
be.
They know our position then.
Or they at least know we're somewhere on the other side of this wall.
Yep.
So they got a 50-50 shot in thinking which direction we're going to run.
And you know they have two kinds of missiles. They have the shell hammer missiles, which do incredibly high damage to a small area, and then they have the annihilators, which do a 5-yard blast radius, but less powerful on impact.
All right. Well,
basically they have the really dangerous small AOE and still dangerous big AOE.
Mm-hmm.
Zavin will move up then. He'll just probably do the same stat. Well, actually, I guess he would probably want to scout out the hallway before he decides it's too dangerous to go that way, and
Right.
let it. I'm gonna need you to unpause the game so I can move Zavin.
So
There you go.
So I guess you'll
also
get to
go
this
through the
corner.
wall.
Oh, that's not a corner. That's a little tiny fence.
It's okay. Go ahead and move yourself back.
Okay. So from here, can I do a perception roll to peek over, or would that be a stealth roll?
Go ahead and make both. Perception roll
so-
to take the look. This will only cost 1 move total. The stealth roll to not trigger the.
Okay, that was the perception. Very good.
All right, that's not bad.
Stealth. Okay. And then I don't actually remember where I moved from. I think I was like right here. So
You were.
from
You were.
here to here
Yes.
is 9. So we'll say two moves, then 1 move to do this. So 3 moves have been used. I still have 1 natural move, then 1 move from my ability, and then 1 actual move from Jason's ability. Okay.
Yep.
So
You
what
can
happened?
run really far now.
You peek around the corner, and you just see the hunter. It's training its weapon on the corner, but you're low enough between the fence and the bushes that are right there to not have it shoot at you yet. Apparently, it doesn't think it has a clear shot. And in front, you can just see an iron drone blocking off the alleyway with a hunter unit waiting behind it.
Okay, so hunter unit are the hunter units the ones that are like machine guns, or
Yes.
what are they?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
there's 1 behind the barrier and 1 in front of the barrier. Is that what I understand?
both are behind the barrier. The
Both are behind the barrier.
The drones wield the barriers like shields. They're a one-directional shield.
Yeah.
And they only guard one direction. So if you hit it from the side, there's no shield there. It's not a circular
Okay.
shield.
Okay. I turn back to the other people and I say to them, yeah, there's a whole unit. There's a whole unit over there. 2 behind a shield, trained in on this location, and the 1 holding the shield. Not looking good. I think if we really want to do. What do you guys think? Do you think we should actually take out these things, or do you think we should just go for the bunkers? It's likely that they're surrounding the bunkers, and if we just keep on moving out of the way like this, we'll, never reach the bunkers.
That they are controlled in a way. Like I assume Heath is smart enough to like understand strategy or like rudimentary strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hang on, I'll be back.
Right. Jason and Lee, if you all want to try to strategize about how to either get past this or initiate an attack, feel free, because this is one thing that I think as players you all should feel free to talk about.
okay.
So
Well, I think that the problem is that are how they are placed. To me, it seems that basically we either won't ever reach the bunker because they are just strategically placed to cut off, or they are in a way that if we try to attack the bunker, all of them will just come and rip us apart. So either way, I personally think that we should attack, but we should attack in a strategic manner.
And like I said, like we could like attacking them head on seems foolish. So we should attack them
We are
using
not strong enough.
we should attack them using misdirection. So, like I said, like open a portal and drop something on them.
Yeah.
Which granted, if we took a cubic yard of lead and we widened it out to a larger circle and dropped it, it still weighs 108 pounds because that's the mass
or
of the object.
something like
gravity.
even heavier than lead, because like lead isn't the heaviest element.
No, actually, let's see what the hell is on.
Osmium, I think.
Let's see. What is the element?
The densest, yes, sorry from that, but
The highest density. Yep, osmium.
nice.
I remember it from like a video of I think the hacksmith. He wanted to build force hammer by just like filling it with something really dense.
Oh, here we go. So osmium, a cubic yard of osmium is 1,410 pounds.
Woo!
Now I will 1,400.
Yeah, at 1,410.
Y'all could use the rods from God, which is I believe it's an Israeli weapon system where you put basically tungsten rods on a satellite and then just drop them on your target. But by using math, you can hit really precise, and it's basically like dropping kinetic missiles onto the ground that just detonate.
Yeah, which is exactly what I was thinking.
we
with
want
with,
to
like
do
dropping something through
basically that.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can make a rod that's just the size. That's the diameter of the portal hole I can open. And you just drop it. And have
But
it
we have
accelerate.
to- But you know, we have the added advantage because I assume that the tungsten ones have to be tungsten to like not burn in the atmosphere. I assume because tungsten is not the densest of elements. It is dense, but
I think there's
Yeah.
enough of it you can mine into a rod. I don't know how.
yeah,
Yeah.
plentiful
like
is.
osmium is like really expensive, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
But we are controllers, and we don't have that such problems.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so if we make like a
Create
nice cylinder of osmium, just have it.
Yeah.
It'll be 1,410 pounds plummeting to Earth.
Jeez. Yeah, let me.
To anyone that is the aka to me, that they weigh almost 640 kilo. Oh god,
Yep.
600.
640 kilos.
It's like half a ton.
At
My god.
at
But
one.
now you have to use your math skills.
Okay, so at once, 32 feet per second is gravity, right?
Nine meters per
Yeah,
second
so-
squared.
Yeah,
No.
32 feet, which is about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1 second, if you multiply 1,410 pounds just by 32. It's 45,120. I believe that's joules, right?
Force is calculated in newtons, I think.
Okay, so 45. It's basically 45,000 newtons.
I think that that since like we are dealing with non-SI units, there is also like a non-SI unit, because if we want to calculate everything in the SI, we have to basically if you want newtons, you
Alright.
have to calculate meters per second squared to kilograms. So
Yeah, and to put
I will
put
just
it
do it quickly.
to put it in perspective, a bullet hits with about 300 newtons of force. So
5,751 newtons.
okay, so it's like getting hit with
Truck.
a lot of bullets. So yeah. All right.
And if you have enough strength in this game, could you punch a bullet to deflect it? Kind of like
Yeah.
a parry, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll still take chip damage, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that would be enough to represent it as a wound.
No, probably not. Especially if you have your power like shielding your fist or something, you could definitely
Punch
but-
bullets.
punch bullets.
Basically,
Oh yeah.
it kind of works like the Flash with the Speed Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shields him.
Basically.
Well, Speed Force does a bunch of shit. It's a cheat engine.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's true.
All right. Zavin, you have what, 3 moves left at this point?
Yeah, one natural, one from
Yep.
paths, and then one from tactics. But that's a movement. Or wait, tactics is the. Which one is the one that gives movement only? Is that
Tactics.
paths? Or is that
That's
tactics?
tactics.
Tactics. I think that they should be really switched. I don't
All
know.
right.
Tactics allow you to
Because-
attack more efficiently.
That's
Yeah,
that's a good
tactics let
point.
you do everything, and then
Movement.
paths sounds like a movement thing, because you know pathway. Or,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. I'll
It'd be
probably end up
very
doing
fast,
that.
basically.
All right.
And in any case, it's a semantic
Yep.
change. It doesn't really matter.
You got 3 left.
That's
Yeah,
like me.
I basically
complaining
asked.
about
I basically asked them, "What do you think we should do?" And I said, "If we keep on running, we'll probably never get to the bunkers. Especially if these guys keep on tailing us."
Well, like my idea was just to, yeah, just like we ended up. I don't know how much you heard of it. Just like if you take like a solid rod of like one of the heaviest elements and just open a portal on the ground, and then you just kind of like just form it out of your hand and just drop it into the hole as it comes out, and then eventually like once it's finished, it'll just fall, and put a portal up in the air and just have like a plummeting. And we found out like to use osmium, which is 1,410 pounds per cubic foot. So drop 1,410 pounds from whatever, 50 feet, 100 feet, or however high up we want to make it.
Well,
It would be some stupid amount of
have
damage.
to reach like terminal velocity or something like that.
Well, to get it the most power possible, but it's still going to do some damage, even if you drop it from a foot over its head.
Yeah.
if something
You
that's
just want to do it from higher up
extremely
so they don't see
heavy,
it coming.
if something that's extremely heavy,
Mm-hmm.
like shatters, it still does all that damage, right? I suppose it does, right? Because the kinetic force transfers the moment contact. Okay.
Yeah, so there's 2 ways. There's essentially piercing, which is if you sharpened the tip of it, that would just concentrate all of that force into a single point.
Yeah.
But then you also have just, yes, if you drop that much weight on something, that force is going into the Iron Drone or the Cyber Hunter or whatever you hit with it. So
Well, osmium is pretty hard, anyways. According to Wiki, it's 7 out of 10. So
yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
Anyways, well. So I guess the only character that would really formulate this. No, I guess no. It's a fairly
Mhm.
basic idea. It's something cavemen probably even did. Drop rocks on things. or throw rocks at things. Really.
I would assume like Zavin and Keith come up with like, more specific.
I was basically just gonna say Heath
numbers.
came up with it. No, not Heath. I mean Zavin came up with it, but then it would make sense that any of you guys could have came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, does anyone want to take the? Does Pax want to tell us?
I would say it would have a cross section of 1 square centimeter.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take the initiative and just have Zavin say that he came up with the idea.
All right.
That's fine.
How about Pax?
You want to know the terminal
I'll
velocity?
need you to create a portal for me. It might be a bit dangerous to do so because you'll need to be in sight of these guys. But I could probably drop a really heavy rock on them.
Okay. Who's next in the order? Okay, it is Pax.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I have to be able to see to open a portal?
No, but you have to
Oh.
make a very high perception check if you've never seen the area, or a moderate perception check if you have, to try to
Okay,
remember.
so I was thinking blind.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you could use portal multiple times, and we just wait a bit, and then you use it as an eyeglass. So you put it up in the air, get a bird's eye view, and then
Like you use like arcane
yeah,
eye.
basically, you still have to make a perception check later, but maybe you'll have a better bonus.
That's not bad.
Yeah, why not? I'll open it up like I'll open up a small one like a spyglass.
Yeah.
There,
Uh,
I will
and the other
remind
end
you
be-
all, there are missiles incoming to your position.
Yep.
So you might
still
not
have
want
moves.
to. All right.
Oops.
Off turn. All right, you open up a portal. Let's say 100 yards in the air, which is enough to give you a view of the entire battlefield. Pax, while this portal is open, you can consider yourself as seeing everything going on while you're looking through the portal. So you're not going to need to make a perception check if you want to open a portal, 10 yards above one of these little clusters of units.
I guess like more than 10 feet.
Hang on. Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, this portal ability, how does it work exactly? Do you create both portals at the same time, or
Yes.
one at?
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
it's not two portals. It's literally one portal. It's just the two ends
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
that's
to
right.
be
The
adjacent.
two
in space.
ends. The
Yeah.
two ends meet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Basically, it's a slink portal. From
it's the punch a hole in the paper portal.
I suppose what then is once you have visual contact of the next area,
Mhm.
then you could use your ability while your ability's still sustaining and whatnot
Yeah.
to
You
punch the next hole, and then the other one vanishes instantly the moment you do that.
No, it doesn't, because you can maintain at your level one ability. You can maintain
Oh.
one and then use another. So Pax doesn't have to drop the ability.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
unfortunately, I can't move the portals yet.
Nope. At
The
level
slink portal.
level 13, you can move them around.
Yeah, which would be nice because I could like carry it around like a portable, like a portable telescope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I'll get a bird's eye view to see
Can we
get a
say
better idea
that-
of where I put it later, and then that'll be off turn, and then
Uh-huh.
like actually on my turn I'm probably gonna move so we don't get annihilated by missiles, and this will all become moot.
Yep. Sounds good. Zavin, are you gonna hold your actions?
Yeah, I suppose so. So the missile was launched when we were over here.
Here.
Yeah, here-ish.
So if we were to assume that the missile would fire where my cursor is, 5 yards would hit basically everyone but me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only if they fired where they thought we might have been based on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They could predict our movement, and then we'd all be dead.
We could
Alright.
also just get through the wall
Yeah.
So
into the house.
All right. Yeah, I'm done.
sounds good. Pax, you're up.
Yay.
Sad that you didn't use your ability to like create a wall or something.
It would take too long.
Yep.
Let's see. I will. Well, we'll do the thing we said we were gonna do.
Cool.
That is, I'll move up here to the corner. Yeah. I'll now actually move up here to the corner.
So long as you're in hand's reach, you don't have to be, directly adjacent to me. Diagonally adjacent is fine too, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah, so I'll just put the portal in between us. The one end and the other end will be up in the air.
All right. This is an arm-sized portal, so basically you get to hit one tile. Which tile are you going to be dropping this osmium or whatever you're going to drop on?
It
Oh,
will.
shoot.
So open it like 100 feet above them, basically.
Yeah, but I need to pick a tile, but it's gonna be a tile that has something on it, which I would know what stuff's on
Mhm.
what tile.
Yeah. What I mean is choose your target.
Oh, okay. What do we hate the most, guys?
I would say the dome, the iron drone. I actually
the-
thought it was
the
the
thing with
iron
the big
drone
shield?
at first. Yeah, iron drone makes the shield.
Okay. Do that, or we can take out the other, like,
Counter.
cyber blade thing.
I think
The thing that
taking out the guns would let us step out on the hallway without getting blasted.
Okay.
The shield
Yeah,
doesn't
but
really do anything.
The
Aside.
shield basically like makes it impossible for us, like maybe besides you, to fight whatever is behind the shield. Because
Well,
it
except for from the
has
side.
both defense of 10 and it has both the defense of 10 and the null field of 25.
Yeah, which is
We
why
could also
we
drop it on their artillery, which would
we
be
just-
ironic.
portal around it. Anyways,
And use it on their artillery. which would be
Zaman
ironic.
has no choice really. You make the portal wherever you want, and he doesn't care. He'll just drop a rock on something.
Okay. Let's see.
Artillery.
Drone would
please.
take out. Okay, we'll do the okay. So we want the things that are firing the missiles.
Do we have sight of them?
I've said everything.
Pax
He
does.
has
Okay.
sight of everything.
And
Just
one
hits
one
you
thing
out
you
of the
notice
fucking
about
shields that
the artillery is that they brace whenever they go to fire. So if they do shoot the missiles, they aren't going to be moving. They can't
Okay,
move.
well,
they can't
then
dodge.
we will take out one of the artillery then.
Alrighty. Which
How
one?
much of them is there? I assume that we can ask Pax questions like that now.
Well, Pax remembered the one that fired the missiles, right? He saw it, so he could probably.
Both of them.
Yeah.
They're
Oh wow.
the two in the very back. Both of them have missiles.
Fine, we'll just take out one of them.
Annihilation.
Alrighty. Which one? The top one or the bottom one?
Pick one.
Want a coin
Yeah.
flip?
Just pick one.
Yeah, we'll do top.
Alrighty.
Alright, I create a as much osmium as I can, I suppose.
Alright.
Roll.
And how well can I shape it?
Just a little bit, not a whole lot. You're mostly
Yeah.
dropping just a brick on their head. It can be a slightly rounded off brick, but
Yeah, I guess I'll slightly round it.
and I'm working on the incantations. Don't worry,
Yeah.
they just take forever.
One
Alright.
of nature's
so.
incantation is just power word kill.
Alrighty.
That would fit Darkfire more.
Zavin. I'll let you guys decide who rolls this. but this is definitely going to hit with a strength of 10. Surprise, surprise.
Cool.
The iron artillery have a defense of 5, so you're looking at a 3+. Who wants to roll this? And Pax, how far above their head are you leaving this portal?
Oh, I don't know.
1,000 feet.
Oh, that'd be like trying to because you'd have to like the higher up you drop it, the more you have to account for like wind and shit. So
You're not going to have to account for wind, but if it takes more than 4 seconds to fall, they will get their turn before the thing hits.
I would say probably like 50 or 100 feet. It wouldn't be super high.
Okay, I'm not going to do the math right now, so we'll just say that hits before their turn.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
We
definitely
have
going
4 seconds, and it's
definitely
32 feet per
wouldn't, but-
second. So
Yeah. That's a good point.
so that's 128 feet. So as long as it's less than 128 feet, in 4 seconds it'll get there.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. math.
Also remember that's acceleration. So like
Yeah.
after 1 second it falls 32 feet per second, then the other it falls 64. Acceleration is really tricky.
All right.
So it'll get there. It doesn't need to be super high up to be effective.
Who wants to roll the wound?
Oh, we'll let the man doing the actual rod creation do it.
Casting.
Alrighty.
Or
Alright.
rod creation, I guess.
It's just a D6 or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Please.
Strength of 10.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
All right.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
knew it.
Go ahead and roll another d6 for me.
Hey, stuff happens.
All right.
Perfect.
You
I
have
Dichotomy of man.
My hands.
you haven't used this this technique before, and it's a little odd. So it doesn't hit with perfect accuracy. It's more like giant osmium seagull poop hitting this thing, but it hits and deals it 6 wounds. And
Alright.
because this thing isn't going to get to dodge, it smashes into the roof of the iron drone, completely crushes it. And unlike the others, it still has
Iron artillery, not the drone.
yeah, the iron artillery. It still has ordnance in it
Sorry.
and completely detonates. You can consider this tree right here gone. As the missiles that are still
Well, everything
on
is
it.
black to me, so I'm assuming that you're playing
Oh.
interesting things. So
That's right. You all don't get to see my screen.
We don't have GM tonight.
Yes, the iron artillery. I always forget you guys don't have that. Yes, the iron artillery
I'm assuming we
detonates.
hear a nice explosion.
Yes, you hear a very nice explosion. Pax, you have 5 moves left.
Okay.
Also,
Hit it
there
so
are.
hard the GM felt that.
It's a good attack. It's a good attack on something that's not expecting it. It would suck if you were fighting
It's
a
a
gravity
great
control.
surprise attack. It's probably worse when something expects that.
Yeah, imagine what would happen if you tried to do that on Pax. And he opened the portal and then dropped it an inch above your own head, so you have no time to dodge.
Portals. And it would just start accelerating indefinitely and then drop it to someone's head.
So, Pax, what are you doing? There are
I'm thinking.
at the end of this alley, right in front of you, there is a hunter and drone combination.
Yep. Starting to think how far I need to be away to be guaranteed of avoiding the barrage of missiles that are still coming, even though one of the
Yeah.
things that fired it has exploded.
You're out of range at this
But we
where you
don't
are.
know where they fired it, so
I can tell you, you're out of range. I'm okay with that.
Let's see. I will.
Won't make this too hard on you.
We still have to deal with the people, like the firing squad behind the shield, so.
Yep.
if we literally solo everything with this combo.
Well, I guess I will hang back and hold my action for if something actually like happens that I need to deal with. But this is an effective replacement for losing our sniper.
All right, Heath, what you doing?
On turn abilities, or
Uh huh.
anytime I use ability of my turn, it's the off turn use.
No. When it is your turn and you use an ability, that is your on turn. You have to call out off turn when it's not your turn.
Oh, so I can't like hold abilities basically.
No. No. You can hold actions and moves, not abilities. So,
Towards them.
all right.
And say, well, it seems that our plan has worked very well. Is anyone of you hurt?
Nope, can't say so, but we're not quite done yet, so we'll probably get hurt sometime in the future.
I just wanted to check.
I'm feeling surprisingly okay.
Is talking a free action? I
Yes.
assume that like longer talking takes actions.
Yes, strategizing does. Basic, just like, hey, are you okay? Does not take actions.
So, I. How loud is grow actually? Like, is it loud at all?
Depends on what you grow through. There's always a slight cracking as the plants grow at an accelerated rate. But, it's going to be very different if you grow them through a crack in metal and peel back metal than if you grow it through, say, wood or stone. You know? So, tearing metal
Because
makes
I am.
noise.
Yeah. I am thinking of using like grow to just in case shield us because well he doesn't know if we are out of range.
It's up to you.
Okay, so how much moves did I spend?
Probably about two. If you're about the same place as the one move, it looks like.
Yeah, one move. You'd still have 5 left.
Oh, I think.
You can super grow the
So
bush right here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but they will fire at it.
It's up to you.
I guess like do we want them to know that we are here, basically? That's like the thing. Okay.
Well,
So
they seem to have infrared vision, so I'm assuming they already know. The only thing that seemed to block them was that lead.
also water, but we don't have water controllers.
Water blocks infrared?
Yes, actually yes.
Huh.
It functions a lot like ozone
If
does.
you hide
for
like in a
UV and stuff.
literally like in a bath,
Interesting.
I just asked them. You know that I
Autism.
can make plants grow. Do you want me to do it on this bush, so we possibly have an easier passage here?
Zoran shrugs. Do you think that would work?
Shrubs. Okay, so can I grow it without them seeing me?
Yeah, of course.
To make it grow.
Which ability are you using? Are you using spawn or
Spawn.
grow? Spawn? Okay.
Spawn, because spawn is strong.
Yes. And you just want to cover off the alley?
Yeah, I want it to like basically become a green cloud.
Alright. Well, I just have to have a fill. I don't like that.
Just to confuse them or something.
Okay, sounds good.
I assume like infrared vision won't be able to pass as well for something like that.
Well, you'll have to find out. But we will consider the alleyway blocked off by growth as this bush expands and covers the alley at Heath's command. You still have 5 moves.
I hold my attack action just in case like something attacks us, basically.
Alright.
If something tries to ambush us, I will punch back.
Sounds good. Let me see here.
Everblade moves and kills us.
That's its job.
That's true.
Alright, so we're no.
But if it attacks like me and Pax, we can support each other.
That is true. Alright, so that's
It has a lot of defense.
whatever. I know it can make it, so no, it doesn't collide. Whatever. The game doesn't like that it's colliding with walls. Let me see. Well, you're both gonna fight it at the same time anyway. It doesn't matter. The Cyberblade comes running around the corner, and Heath and Pax go ahead and roll Clash.
Okay, 5d6.
Hey, surprise! You all win. Go ahead and roll to wound. Pax and Heath, what are your strengths?
My strength is 5.
All right. Pax, what's your strength?
6.
Oh, that was close. Between the two of you, what does it look like as you take this thing apart? Does it, do you just, at the same time as its four-armed form comes towards you, both of you take a side of it and just crush it between the two of you, or do you do kind of a combo move?
Kind of like nice, like a tag team kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Where, like,
basically, when it attacks with 2 of its like lower arms, Keith jumps up for a second and slams his feet onto the blades, like stopping them.
Alright.
and then Pax will just go in for some like killing blows at like vital spots.
Alright.
The robot obviously has.
Hey,
Alright, so
it's
Heath...
gotta have like a central processing unit somewhere or something.
Oh, it does. And working on the assumption that its processing anatomy is essentially the same as a human's, Heath jumps up, manages to catch the incoming arms and leave an opening. Pax darts through and crushes a portion of its chest armor, crushes a portion right under the arm, and then crushes a portion in its head. And that final blow to the head is what stops it from functioning. And you have killed the Cyberblade.
Yes.
The rest are going to move in. You hear the of missiles again. Roll that off right there. And with that, Zavin, you are up.
All right. Well,
Let's do the combo again.
yeah. I guess I'll just wait to drop more rocks on things.
Right.
I would
Is-
advise holding your action to move.
Is is there any? Oh, and at the end of the round after the cyberblade dies, and you hear the robots begin to move a bit. Before you hear the second missile fire, the area behind you is just blown to smithereens, including your little wall.
Whoa.
Yeah,
A little wall.
it blew up. Lead does
no,
not stop.
That was my masterpiece.
Yeah, lead and vines don't stop explosives. At least not in the thickness you
Alright.
made them. So.
I guess I'll try. I'll get ready to do a freaking dolphin dive, basically. If a missile approaches
So you'll just take off running. Which direction?
north.
Okay, sounds good. Pax, you're up.
Are we repeating our effective sky death again?
It seems so. I mean,
Okay.
if it ain't broke, no.
Well, then we will try it on the other artillery so we can stop getting ranged attacks.
Yeah. That'd be good.
God Feast. Let's call it God Feast.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, Zavin, go ahead and roll the wound.
Oh boy! I can't wait to get
No.
another one.
Looking for a
Yeah.
3+.
The dichotomy.
Yeah.
Please.
Improved by 1. Next time it'll be 3+.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time it will be 7.
You
on a
wanna-
6-sided die.
Do you want to dire point that, or have to roll to see how many wounds you got?
Last time he rolled 2 times.
Is this a spell?
No. So the reason you roll twice is the second
Oh,
one you
it was
just
just
do
the
as
wound.
many wounds as the d6 is.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I'll just
Dire point.
roll again to get
Yeah.
more wounds.
All right, go ahead.
6.
Okay.
6 total.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so it's not a roll for whether or not it hits. You just like
The
roll
Well, the
to
first
wound.
one I'm assuming is.
The first one is, so these things will do 8 wounds on an impact on a actual successful 2 wound roll. On a non-successful, you just roll a d6, and however many show up is how many wounds it'll do. Because if they could dodge, I'd give them an agility roll to dodge. But these are A, braced and stationary, but B, they don't know this is coming. They're not trained to look for magic. They are just shooting, so they're
Also
not
assume
dodging.
They are like not that intelligent.
No, they're not
Maybe
intelligent.
sorry for dissing your robots, but I don't think they're intelligent enough to realize. Oh, it's definitely like a new strategy from the controller. Now we have to move indoors or
Oh,
something like that.
Not at all. They're just following programs. And with that,
Simulacrum from D&D.
you hear an explosion, and you can assume that the rest of the ordnance detonated on the iron artillery that you just hit. So all that is left are the 2 hunters and the 2 iron drones that make up the gunner batteries.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about any long-range missiles anymore.
Well, didn't a second missile fire?
A second missile
Well, yeah,
did fire.
from the one that's just the. Yeah, so I will.
We don't have that much artillery.
Well, they've got one that fired. It's the one we just killed, but it's probably coming for where we are right now. So.
Yep. So Zavin's ready for
So-
a dolphin dive.
Just a quick question. The iron artillery wasn't in the center that we are not supposed to destroy, right?
No, this whole map is not what you're supposed to destroy. The top of the
So
map.
like whatever is on this map, we can destroy it.
Yes. And the fire in the lower city from the last map that you were on is raging at this point.
I assume it's not like approaching. It's not like a lava rising level.
No, not at all. So, What else you want to do, Pax? You still got all your moves because that was just an ability.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Like that missile is probably coming for where we are, so it would behoove us to not be where it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want a chance running across the woody growth cover?
Wait, no, you should just catch the missile. You know, you still got a resurrection stone. Just try to do the portal strat again. But this
You
time-
Oh,
have
that's
the
right.
strength
Yeah,
to leave.
just leave
This
the
time
portal
actually
where I
spam.
am, and
Yeah. Well,
well, I can't because I literally just used the portal.
well, that was your on turn. So off turn,
Mhm.
you just stand there, you know, and then catch it. And if you die, then you're back because resurrection stone.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Oh.
But why? The portal is
Alrighty.
open in the
He-
opened in the place that they
Pax probably would not try to catch a
redirecting
missile
it
in a portal. That sounds incredibly cool to do, but it's not something Pax would do. He would
All right.
probably.
that would be something that Heath would do on higher levels.
Be,
All right.
be an amazing story point, but
It would.
nothing the character
That
would
would be
do.
the best thing. Okay, just run. Like you can
And
run
on- yeah,
first because if you
and
catch
I'll-
their
I'll probably just like
shooting squad.
just run and then just take a dive across the rest of the way.
All right. Heath, go ahead
Like-
and roll a d6 for me. This will be the in the way
I roll a
modifier.
D6.
Yep, this will be the in the way modifier that your growth creates.
I think that sap is
Yeah, sap would be just a d6.
macros are really
Dude.
it provides no cover.
All right. Nope, it does not. Pax, go ahead and move yourself.
Fine. Like I said, I'll probably run like right about to here and then just take a dive for the rest of the way across the alley.
All right.
So we'll see what happens.
So
we go.
it doesn't provide like +2 modifier. It just doesn't provide anything.
It would be. It's a 2 in the way check. So if they could shoot at less than a 2 with their accuracy rolls, if they didn't have a bonus to accuracy, then ones would have missed. But I'm still rolling the in the way check. So the 4-2-5 I just rolled are for in the way. All 3 shots get through. Pax, what's your defense?
Defense is 3.
Defense 3, strength of 4. We're looking for 4 pluses. And this is going to be hilarious.
Wow.
Oh,
You
Hey,
take
2 wounds. I'm still alive.
Yeah, and you got regen, so.
Heath.
yeah,
Heath sees wound. Heath heal.
as Pax tries to dive
Not really
across.
overset.
Heath, you realize that just growing a bush through an alley doesn't really help when your opponents have X-ray vision, and Pax just gets drilled twice.
Oh, that was. Let's see. That was a ability. So that was 2. I think it was like 2 moves to get across. It ended up being like 7 yards. I think is what I moved.
Okay, yeah, 2 moves.
And I will try to roll regen 1.
All right. Go ahead and roll the spell.
Which I'm trying to look up to see what I require to actually pass that check.
10.
Is it 10? Okay.
Just 10.
Spellcasting
Yep.
roll. Here we go. That will not
Oh.
do it.
Dang. You got the
Oh.
lowest possible score.
I did.
Yeah,
Nope.
you're
Okay. Well, still hurt.
Yeah, you've been using so much just power recently, creating the portals, seeing everything in sight that you just can't summon the focus to heal yourself.
Okay. Oh, I'm
that
just gonna
moment,
slump
so-
against this wall.
Alrighty. Heath, you're up.
Do I remember correctly that Zavin basically readied an action that will run after us?
Yeah, if I see the missile, I'll take off in a dive, basically.
Yeah, you can see that Zalvin is crouched and just ready to run, looking at the sky, waiting for
Like
any
he's like
sign
in
of a
this like
missile.
runner position.
Yep.
Yeah. If possible, I would be running and then turn around in an iron shield, but I can only do so much with a whole held action. Plus, I'll be getting pelted by bullets anyways.
Yes, you will. Oh, unless you luck out, you know.
Yeah, unless I luck out.
If this battle taught me
Okay,
anything,
so-
I need more wounds and more defense.
Yeah.
So I just like move beside Zavin and then take off running.
Okay. As you run
I like
across.
go slightly behind to
Alright.
kill him.
As you run across the alley, it already used its held action, so it can't shoot you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, turns out Pax tanked it. All right, you race across the alley, spending 2 moves to get there, and you are behind Pax, or catty corner to Pax.
Said that that's why I have said that Pax should have run first because like it. Sorry for metagaming, but the Cyber Hunter doesn't have like any ability that allows it to like react to move, so it had to have had a ready action.
No, that's just
And you can only ready 1 action.
that's just good combat. So what are you gonna do?
Kill Pax for 2.
All right, with on turn ability, Pax. Heath reaches out, and the red, yellow, and orange energy flows through your body as Pax, using not only his medical knowledge but his instinctive knowledge of nature, reseals the bullet wounds, and you are healed for 2 wounds.
I will stand back up.
Alrighty. Anything else, Heath?
No. I will ready my action that if anything comes at us, I will fight it.
All right.
That's what I learned. I have to always hold my action for combat.
Good idea. Zavin, take off running.
Right.
Also, I tried to station myself in a way that like Zavin could.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. There is, as you hear the robotic forces begin to, let's see if I can select that, begin to move, you hear the blast and see the blast from the missile that the dead artillery fired. Let's see here. That was 7, 3, 8, 13. 7 plus 3 is 10. Yeah, 13. Alright. This can go the same distance. Move that around. And get my pen. You hear the drone and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. You hear the drones and hunters begin to move as they try to continue to seal off the alleys around you. The bush is the back end of the bush is blown up, but not the whole bush. Basically, right to in front of you of the bush that Heath grew is destroyed. So with that, Zavin.
Realistically, with all these explosions, our
Bullshit.
ears should be freaking popped and bleeding, and I have
That's.
some like tinnitus and.
I mean, I can give you guys
That's what
phone.
healing's for.
Yeah, that's what healing's for. So, Pax's ears are fine. Zavin, you take 2 wounds of damage as you're bleeding out your ears.
Oh no!
I use my after ability.
Heath,
You
you
just seal
also.
over your ears with metal. That'll be
Yeah.
just those like random like offhand abilities.
Yeah, instinctive. All right, Zavin, you're up.
All right. Well,
killed
There's
him.
there's still those guys.
Like cover his
Yep.
ears.
Uh,
Fine.
I suppose it went back on their turn, so now they're holding an action again.
You could suppose that.
Could suppose that, yes.
Now that we've taken out their long range, now we can start taking out other stuff.
Yeah. I guess I'll hold action in case another Cyber Blade or whatever comes up.
Mm-hmm.
I might just wall them out or something. But yeah, that'll be my turn.
Talk to
and
the
then
wall.
I'll just
Okay.
off action my actual attack.
Okay. And just something I want to make clear. Formation spells are basically the solid spells. What you're casting are shield spells,
Yeah.
which are a lot
They're not
looser.
gonna go long.
Yeah, but they only stick around so long as you don't move. If you move, a shield spell disappears.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. They are actual, like, shield. You hold a shield up.
Yeah.
So,
So for the moment I move from my position, the shield breaks away.
yes.
Basically, that's the risk of a shield spell.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know that it will protect.
Yeah, because placement spells have one wound. Shield spells are essentially infinite barriers as long as you don't move. So, a shield spell, one grenade blows the placement spell away. But a shield spell, if a grenade gets through it, doesn't mean you stop channeling the shield for some reason. It's still there. So, that's the difference.
Okay.
Basically, it like heals itself
Mhm.
every time it's damaged.
Essentially. So Zavin, you're just gonna hold your move.
Yep.
All right,
Either
Pat.
wall up or shield up.
Pax.
Going for a three-peat.
All right. Who are you? So you have a battery in the alley above you and a battery in the alley. Actually, you.
What do you mean by battery? The
Battery.
shooting squad?
I would only know the positions where they were before.
Yes, unless you did an off-turn periscope again, and then on-turn missile drop.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to, I would let you just slight retcon that on Zavin's turn.
Okay.
You took
Yeah,
a
on
peek.
Zavin's turn, I'll
Mhm.
bring up the, and I can actually set it next to both of us so we can both look through it.
All right. Y'all
Like
can.
submarine commanders, like
Yeah.
where is the
Like open a window.
And Zavin, you can see down. Oh, I have an idea. Here's what we'll do.
Anita joins the battle.
No, we are going to.
Turns out Anita is an eternal.
Bink.
Yeah, I can see stuff.
Yeah, I deleted all the walls out of that house so that now you can kind
It collapses.
of see the battlefield. Consider that house as having walls, but
Okay. For purposes of vision, now we can see.
that's the remainder of the enemies you are facing. Is the
Okay.
a drone backed up, a drone with a shield, and two big shotguns, backed up by a hunter with a battle rifle.
I think that it may make Zavin have flashbacks to our lovely fire controller shotgun guy.
Okay, do we want to take out the shield? Because they're both equipped with weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we take out the shields, you can actually
But
start
the-
hitting them and hitting them yourself.
Okay.
yeah. That's why at first when I didn't think of artillery, I said to take out the shield. They are too troublesome, basically.
Do we want to take out the upper one, or do we want to take out the lower one?
Lower.
Okay,
Ones
so we'll
that are
take out
closer to us.
this shield right here.
Alrighty.
That's what we're gonna try at least.
All right, Zavin, go ahead and roll to
There
wound.
you go. You
These
can't roll
are
worse than a 1.
these are defense 10, so 4 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
All right.
I'm gonna dire point that.
All right. And how high above this thing are you dropping? 100 feet?
Yeah, about 100 feet is fine.
All right. Go ahead and roll me 3d6, Zavin.
Where'd the... Oh my god.
Does
This
it
is-
count as a double?
No.
No, it does not. However, they only have 7 wounds.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I cast the die.
As the rods from God power down onto
God fist.
the top of this iron drone, it smashes into it, and unlike the artillery, the drones do not detonate upon getting smashed, but the osmium rod destroys this. I'm just gonna delete it. Are you guys gonna want to try to loot a robot corpse at all?
No, Zalvin can just generate stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Then I'm just gonna delete.
Well, we could bring the big shotguns to the guy that liked shotguns.
Well, I could just make shotguns.
Yeah.
These aren't like standard shotguns anyways. These are like specially made for the robots.
Yep.
I've
Right.
seen shotguns.
If we had a hacker, we could like if we could figure out like dig out a control unit, we'd be able to hack into their control. But we don't have a hacker, so.
Or like an electric controller. Would probably good. Out of
So
curiosity.
we can do that from any of the robots, not necessarily the shields.
I assume that the braces on the Iron Drone work basically like the braces on the missile one, right?
Yes.
It braces itself.
Yes. Like actual rods extend in the direction that it needs to brace, and then. However, it
Well,
does.
A blast shield generator would be useful. It's probably destroyed though.
Oh, it's very destroyed. It's flat. Basically, you're just salvaging scrap metal. And if you don't want it, then I'll delete it to let you all know that it's dead.
Goodbye.
So, Pax, you still have 6 moves.
Okay.
I would not advise moving towards it.
Probably not gonna go attack it because it is.
Well, the most it can do, from what I recall, is 3 wounds, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I have.
but there is another one.
Of course. No, what I mean is just move in. But then I guess it has an off turn and then it has its on turn, so it could do a total of 6 wounds on you if you're still in position. Yeah.
Well, 3 wounds
It
is
has
enough.
ready
So
can attack.
Yeah. You only have 3
fine.
wounds?
Yeah, only got 3.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's why I said like if this battle taught me anything, I need more wounds and more defense.
Yeah.
And to me, it's that I should think outside the box more, but I can't with nature.
Yeah, you could.
Guess I did that
You
tree
could
thing,
grow-
but
You could like burst a vine out of the ground and pull guns down or something like that. You can do.
I could probably just like try to grow, like wrap it up.
Yeah, you could like use like vines bursting up from the ground to like wrap up its legs or its like weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but right now the problem is that the Iron Drone has a null field, so I can't do that.
Well, you can do it to this one right here though.
Yep.
The remaining
I guess.
Oh.
shitty guy.
Pax, you got 6. What do you want to do with them?
Okay,
Option
I am
6.
going to.
Move up to here. That's probably safe.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably make it move here. Nope, I can't. No, it's pause. I can't do anything.
Oh, sorry. I must have hit spacebar trying to move something.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. There's no walls there, so you can actually drag your tokens through those areas now.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So I'll just gonna be right here at the corner.
All
Move
right.
up to it.
Oh. You're just gonna wait there with the rest of your moves?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yep, I'm gonna save the rest of my moves to react. In case I have to, in case the thing moves forward, I can attack it before it gets to us.
All right, Heath, you're up.
Heath moves next up to Pax. and ready his action that if they would be to be attacked, he would fight alongside Pax.
All right. Sounds good. This. Let's see
I
here.
have to go for a second.
Okay. This battery is going to the higher battery. The ruler is going to relocate itself to here.
And Zavin would still see this because the portal is like literally right in front of you.
Yep, Zavin can see this coming. However, I don't know that you have any. Actually, yeah, you do. You can see it coming.
Yeah,
so
so
if you wanted to
I would
use,
say I just hold it up
Yep.
in case anything came up. So shields time.
roll the spell.
I got
Oh,
it.
there we go.
There's the good rolls.
Woof. All right.
33. What's wrong with that?
That's pretty good. Zavin shields off this entrance, which means
I imagine this isn't actually a tiny alleyway, right?
no, it's a full-on road.
Yeah. The border makes it look a lot smaller than it is.
Yeah. All right.
It's like a full
Can I,
series
can I
squares like up
technically
here.
use my constructor ability to like curve it so that it becomes like a C? Double
Yeah, of
layered?
course.
And I'd like that. Because they're still probably going to be firing at me.
Oh, that's actually really smart. I love that. Yeah, let me
Small
go.
enough that I don't have to worry about them going over and then taking advantage of the fact that my wall is really small, actually.
Yeah. All right. So it's gonna have to make 2 in the ways because it's got to get through both
Yeah.
sides of this. All right. So that is a defense 6 shield, correct?
Yes.
Strength of 4, defense.
Strength of was 6 defense.
Yep.
So I don't know what that would mean for you.
So what that means is it has to essentially deal a wound each time it passes. So defense 6, they shoot with a strength of 4, so 5 plus
Okay,
will.
5 higher, yeah.
All right.
2.
2.
Now they roll 2, I guess, or something.
Yep. Now they roll 2 again to see, and nope. You're as you just summon up this cobblestone shield, you hear bullets spang off of it. This.
So ricocheting inside of the freaking
Mm-hmm.
thing.
You can just hear. All right.
Ball.
Pax, I will give you the option. This robot does not move up towards you. It moves sideways to clear the angle so that it can see you. Would you rush it after hearing the shots down the alley behind you and essentially knowing that the alley is clear if you rushed this robot, or were you strictly holding your action in case it charged you?
I would probably. Well, you know what? I'll roll a perception, see if Pax
I'm
would be
up.
that perceptive.
Okay. Go for it.
What happened?
The moment
Just seeing
the-
if Pax is actually going to be perceptive enough to go, oh, the people, the enemies that just cleared this alleyway.
Yep.
I would say Zavin probably had the time to actually just scream, "They're over here now!" as he panically casts his shield.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah. I think Pax would probably just rush it.
All right. Go
See
ahead.
if he can
And,
take it out before it takes him out.
go ahead and rush it. And Heath, go ahead and go with Pax. Because you were holding, as you both
I will support Pax.
scramble. Just go ahead. Go ahead and roll to wound. This is not happening. It has 3d6. Both of you. Wow, you guys are really good at this. Fortunately, you have high enough strength. Yeah, you both kind of do the same thing where Heath, being the support, holds down its weapons, and Pax, this time knowing exactly which part of the machine to target, you kind of manage to, with one blow, shatter the top plate of its skull, and then the remaining 2 just bash in the circuitry there, and the Cyber Hunter goes down. Zavin, it is your turn. The placement is from last turn, so you have full
Placement's turn.
full ability.
Alright. I guess I'll just skedaddle.
All right.
And so the wall will go down,
Yes, it will.
and I'll just group up with the other guys, and I'll get ready the wall in case they fire at us again.
Sounds good.
And that's it.
While he's moving over there, I will. What do I think? I'm trying to just set up the same thing we did before. Just the
Yeah.
the
God Fist.
yeah, the God Fist.
We'll have to Kaleido because they moved. Or, not
Yeah.
Kaleido,
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. Like at the end, on your turn, my off turn,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the sky periscope or the sky telescope, and then
All right. Then on your turn,
and then
you...
actually on my turn, I will open up the portal for
Sounds good.
the, arrival in
Zavin,
the sky.
Alright.
Zavin, you doing a God Fist?
I guess I am doing. Is it God Fist or Got Fist? Like Gots.
Be either
God
Gott is
Fist.
well, God is God and Gott is God in German.
Mhm.
So either would work.
Which are you hitting? The drone or the hunter?
Do you want to take out the shield again?
Yeah. Shield guy.
Okay,
I
yep.
suppose.
Yeah.
All right. Zavin, go ahead and roll the wound. Looking for 4+.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh.
All right. Go ahead and roll 3d6.
7. Oh wait. 7, please. All right.
Oh, there we go.
Woo!
You again. You hit it so hard that Jesse felt that.
Yeah, that one takes full damage. As it is, you're finally getting the hang of this strike, and it just annihilates the iron drone. Pax, you have 6 moves and are less than 30 yards away. You can make it to this last hunter. It's already fired on its turn. You can make it there and still have room to attack.
Then I will do exactly that.
Alright, go ahead and
Do
move.
we
him.
assume that he once again goes with him, or?
No, that was because you said you held your action. Just go ahead and just go straight there. You don't have to path it.
Oh,
I already pathed
you
it
have
for you.
actual possibility of losing now.
No, we're doing it. Just gonna give him a slap.
Alright,
Messed up.
go ahead and roll clash. Hey, look, an 11 loses. And roll the wound.
You
Hmm.
That's more ones than I'm comfortable with. But you know what? I do have devastating strike, so one of those ones can become a 3.
Hey, that's
If
not...
that would actually matter, I don't know.
This thing has a defense of 6, your strength of 7. Means that a defense of 6 needs a 4+, so you'd have to take out 2 of the
Okay.
ones and make it a 5.
If I can do that, I'll do that.
Oh yeah,
have a
you
lot of ones.
you definitely can.
Far too many ones that I wanted.
Yep, which will up
Okay.
that to 4 wounds that you deal. Which, as you've now discovered, essentially pulling a cyber blade on these things, you've discovered how they work, a bit how they function, and you've learned to, at times, settle your blows. Instead of striking out with all the pure speed and power you can, you target them, rip its dome, eventually shattering through its skull plate, and crush it. And with that,
Basically, robots also have vital points.
everything does.
They gotta be powered.
And with that, you have ended combat.
Killed everything.
Yay.
Well done. All right, And with that, I am actually going to have you all level up 3 times.
Oh,
3 times.
Uh-huh.
shit.
That's all going in focus.
Level
So
11?
we didn't learn anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No,
sure.
what level are you all right now?
8.
8, yeah.
8.
I was 8 before this.
I thought so. So yeah. Go ahead and go up to level 11.
Cool.
Which
I'm definitely giving myself more points in defense, and at least another wound.
Yep. So essentially, you all get six level points, but you do cross a class progression threshold, so you get to take one of your level 10 class progression abilities.
Very cool.
Which is where you all get real spicy.
Cool.
Alright, while y'all do that, I'll be right back.
Nice. I am now more effective against spellcasters. Potentially more effective
I
against
put a single point into wounds, and then I dumped it all in focus. I don't care.
You are literally like a wizard in D&D. You can unleash like fucking Armageddon, but you die from a paper cut.
Yeah, well, I want to have access to the good tools, such as battle summons. Battle summons would make me crafting
I mean, yeah, that's
easy peasy.
I kind of want Heath to like use how do I put it? To use focus, but I kind of feel that if I wanted a focus, it would be something like Gerald dies and gives Heath something. I'm kind of scared of asking for a focus. I remember my friend in the D&D campaign asking for more items, and then the GM killed his family.
Cool.
And they had like a secret stash in a bank, and they had some kind of cool items there.
Okay, battle summon test.
Alright. I'm back.
Oh no.
Okay, I made a battle summon. Cool.
Nice.
Oh no.
I can only
You can automatically summon the battle summon?
I can only well no, I cannot. 14 still isn't enough to auto summon because
Yeah, you need
focus
a 6.
20.
Yeah, but you are more likely to summon it than
I will say, in this fight, you all took out 15 soldiers, 5 Chaos Rippers, 2 Sutara, 2 Cyber Hunters, 2 Cyber Blades, 2 Iron Artillery, and 2 Iron Drones. Like, you guys went through an impressive amount of enemies.
We need to keep on doing poorly in scouting then.
we have to keep a kill count.
Yeah, y'all did well. Although I definitely think Pax has the highest kill count, which is funny.
Yeah, I mean he's the good boy, but Zaman, the person that would
Like
be
the
killing
paladin.
people, he doesn't have any
Lawful
actual.
good paladin.
He doesn't actually have any good spells to do that. Not yet, anyways.
Yeah.
The teacher fight or whatever, the mentor fight, forced him to play defensively, so he only gained defensive spells and abilities and whatnot. Well, with this 14 focus, though, I should be learning stuff real easily. Hang on, wait, where are the class progressions? I am a mage constructor, which means...
You're looking at the mage progression.
Oh, wait, just mage progression, my bad. 10.
Yeah, this is where they get fun because most of them drop below a 4+ at level 10. Most of these abilities, so they really start clicking.
Yeah. I kinda I am scared of spellcasters,
Mm-hmm.
so I have corrupt 3 now, which can potentially help me with spellcasters.
Alrighty.
Unless they like roll double sixes and just
Boost
blow
3 sounds
me away.
really good. Boost 3 sounds really good for unleashing like crazy amounts of spells.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what I'll do is I'll get charge 3 so that I can actually get a reliable amount of charge points so I can reliably cast my battle summon. And then once I can reliably cast my battle summon, I'll grab boost 3, next level up. I'll eschew one of my usable points.
You can do that.
For
You can do that
abilities.
now. You are level 11, so one of those level 11
Oh,
points can go towards boost
But
3.
then I'd be losing 1 focus or 1 wound.
Yeah.
Last card.
I mean, right now
Focus
I
3
have
would be pretty good
my
too.
my of course very creative and unique way of assigning points. So since we get 2 points per level, I just put 1 into what I want and the other 1 into focus.
Sounds
I
good.
might actually just get focus 3 instead of charge 3 because I can reliably use that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are very close to level 13 abilities.
So that'd be +2 on my spellcaster roll to initiate the battle summon. So it'd be as if I had, as if I leveled up again. So that I'd have 16 focus. Minimum roll I could ever possibly get is a 3. So 3 plus 16 is still 19. So there's still a possibility of failure on summoning the battle summon. It's not really worth it.
I am thinking if I should get strength for defense, honestly, or like attack. Like my agility is going okay.
I'm definitely taking strike 3.
All right. Yeah, and this is why, like I've said, at level between 10 to 12 or 13 is where controllers really start to make a name for themselves, because as you can see, this is where the if we aren't using meta abilities, but the actual like really abilities to fight or specialize in a certain style of combat or skill comes online.
And he is a support as always.
To specify, these class skills, they still fall under the 1 ability a turn or no?
Yes,
Okay. Alright.
unless they're passive, which I don't think any of the class progression abilities are.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get regen.
Cast 3 now, and so I just changed the 5+ to be, what is it, 4+, which makes it a 50-50 now, which is very respectable. And then I will eschew. My wound and my focus, my wound and my focus. Oh no!
As I said previously, he's like
Wait
a
a
wizard
second.
in
Wait a
D&D.
second.
Can unleash hell, but he dies from a paper cut.
If I can boost on my turn, it's even better than having a modifier that adds stuff, because I increase my chance by doubling it if I do it a second time.
Yep.
So I will be removing a focus. I'll take a slight deficit in focus, so that I can also get another one.
Alrighty.
Never
Out
mind,
of curiosity, what do you think is better? Having like, do you think that 1 focus point is worth more than 1 defense point? I'm like thinking really hard about it right now.
It depends.
Defense is better,
Defense.
technically, because it maxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you only have like one defense, like me,
Mhm.
I
it
have
would
4
actually be,
with armor. I think
Yeah,
I
it-
should have 5 with armor.
if you have one defense like me, it would actually be probably more valuable if I wanted my character to survive, to put these points into defense. But I'm gonna subscribe to the if I kill everything fast enough, I won't have to have defense mentality.
But basically, you're like
That
me,
was Pax's
maxing.
thought process before this battle.
And then he got shot.
And I got stabbed and I got shot.
He Heath
I
is
thought the couple
getting
points in
kinda
defense.
tanky, so he can help you.
The only person it makes sense to put into focus first, or more focus, is the
The caster.
no, is it the Juggernaut? I forget. One of the Titans gets double. Oh, it's the Tower Titan. Gets double all defense bonuses from their armor at 15 plus focus. So once they can get that, their armor doubles in all value. So that's where it's worth focus over defense. But for sheer staying alive, it's definitely worth defending.
Yeah, I think that because I am trying to make Heath a balanced character,
Mm-hmm.
isn't he isn't the best at anything, but in general he can kinda do everything, and he's mostly a support.
All right. Yeah. Go with what you
So,
want.
as we know, a cleric has to be tough enough to live on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that 5 defense is respectable.
Yeah, it's pretty good, as long as you have the wounds to sustain you through it, as
I
you
have
all
5
found out.
wounds.
Sounds
Pax
good.
wouldn't be Pax without putting at least one more point into attack.
Oh my gosh.
When the martial class rolls,
I have 8 now.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, so Heath
They
right
gave me
now.
3 levels to play with, so I had 6
Yeah.
points.
That
I did
is
put
true.
I did put some into wounds and defense, just like I said.
How
So now my
much
defense
wounds
with
do you
armor
have?
is 6. 4 now with 4 wounds, and I have 6 defense.
Oh,
All right.
the funny thing is, like, I have 5 defense and 5 wounds.
Nice. All right.
That's
So.
kind of all my macros now.
As I said,
Oh.
I am trying to be more of a this character. It will probably bite me. But,
Well, While you edit all your macros, and get your characters all finalized, what do you all want to do?
Hang on.
Oh.
to
Alright,
go
Zavin?
visit the bunker.
Zavin will probably ask Pax to set up another aerial view just to make sure that everything is good.
Yep, Pax will do that.
All right. Yeah.
I have to edit the macros because I already started editing them, but now it's 13 focus instead, which means I don't get +7 to my agility rolls anymore. It's +6. Wah.
Boo-hoo. Yeah.
You
It
reminded me that I should make a macro for repel.
Looks clear.
I guess we're good. It probably was really useful of us to take out these robots. If any of the soldiers would have come here, they probably would have been completely, decimated or whatnot.
Yeah,
you know?
you no longer have. You were sent in with a squad of like 5 or 6 regular soldiers. They don't exist anymore. To pushing through.
At the very least, we don't know where they are.
Yes.
They might be still like wreaking havoc behind us. Don't know.
Yeah. All you
Well,
can
It's all
see is
clear.
the front.
Pax is gonna walk out kind of towards the.
We are not looters.
courtyard.
We are here to destroy.
I'm assuming like this is all. A lot of this is gone.
Oh yeah, the little bridge right here is blown up. The trees, essentially. Let me get my pen.
City center.
This area, kind of on both sides of this, is just a crater. So, Yep, and it's a rubble crater. There's no
Just-
concrete deep down there. It's just the you know, you can see the base of the pavement, but then it's just dirt and tree roots.
He just walks through the city and sees the beautiful destruction they have all caused.
All right.
Question: if I use my battle summon to damage, right?
Mhm.
I understand how gravity works, where like gravity just like flattens the whole area and whatnot. What about Earth? How does Earth work? Because like
Throw rocks.
how does that work? It's an AOE that doesn't care about ally, but how do you visualize that with Earth?
It depends on how you want to visualize your battle summon. If you want to visualize your battle summon as like an actual, almost tornado of solid chunks of material, then you can have it almost lightning strike into the battle summon. Or you can visualize it as a theoretical construct around you, and then when you want to deal damage, just essentially the ground just erupts in that 5 yard radius. So that's a flavor thing that you can decide for yourself.
Okay, but
Battle
regardless,
summon doesn't have to be visible, right?
No.
can I have it so that my character, like, when he does his battle summon damage, like, since it's a 5 yard radius and it doesn't care about whoever's in it,
Mhm.
can just a bunch of like swords or whatnot or random weaponry, like come from the earth and like spike all around so it would like hurt anyone in the
Yes.
vicinity,
Yes. You definitely can.
and then they'll break apart afterwards into dust and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, all right, Pax and Heath, what are you all looking at in that city square?
I am just looking at the destruction.
Yeah.
Heath
How
is
far away is the
actually
bunker?
proud of himself.
Anything that we actually know about.
The bunker is. Let me check your view. In theory, the bunker. This is the bunker that Heath would have seen. It's this thing right here.
Oh, okay.
It's a steel dome. With paths leading
Is
to it.
the bunker in the city center so we can destroy it?
No, anything on this map is destroyable.
So the bunker is in the.
Bunker's here.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh,
thing.
okay. I thought it was a gazebo.
No, that is a bunker. The gazebo is the hollow one that you already passed.
Okay.
Or this is
Oh,
this
I
is
didn't
what.
realize we passed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
there's
all
one
back down here.
down way at the bottom.
We moved a lot
Mm-hmm.
through in the back.
There's the bunker right here.
But yeah, this is what appeared to be a bunker from the air, is what I'll say. So.
He just the monstrous blonde form of Heath looks at Pax and says, "Should we god fist it just in case?"
Pax is gonna, before he does anything,
Pax
he's
doesn't know
going.
what god fist means.
He's going to actually, I'm trying to think if I can make a portal in the wall just to look inside of it.
Yeah, you can.
I'll do that.
How far? So how far inside from the essentially point of the wall you can see? Do you want to do this?
Oh, first I'm gonna, where'd Zavin go?
Zaman is not following anyone right now because I am too busy editing
He's
some
vibing.
character
Oh,
sheet.
okay. Okay.
Just
that's fine.
imagine he's following you guys.
Okay, so let's
He's
say
vibing.
let's assume it has like a foot thick wall, so I'll open it like just like a just past a 1 foot inside.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception, not Pax is strong. So
Soldiers inside.
that's not terrible. It's average-ish.
It is pitch dark and you do not hear anything through your portal, but You did portal into an empty space.
Okay.
He,
There doesn't appear to be
can
anything
he
in
know
there.
that he portaled into a empty space?
Yeah, he would know if he portaled like into a wall or something. So
Does there appear to be any
Or
kind of
would try to
door
enter it.
or entrance to it? It's just a solid metal dome.
not from your side.
Okay.
At your side, it looks like a
Are
solid
trees
metal
strong
octagon.
enough to crush metal?
Well, we have someone who can manipulate metal, so or shatter it. So yeah, we'll
Even-
move over.
even with my max-
Heath and God,
We'll
I
just start
forget
walking
their
around
name.
it.
All right.
The Heath and Zavin can like effectively destroy formations, basically.
Hang on, Jesse.
Yeah.
In perfect peace, when my rolls are maxed, that implies like if I get like that would be 6/6, right? But that does not account for the double rule. Double rule only applies when combat happens or something like that,
Yes.
or when you don't have perfect peace.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, double rule only applies when you roll, so you can ignore the perfect peace rule. You can say no. I actually want to roll this spell, but essentially the doubles rule is could also be called the adrenaline rule.
Yeah.
So.
Nah. So in perfect peace, I cannot use any abilities along with my stuff because I'd be 27. At most I can only get 25.
12 plus
So
13.
the moment I get perfect peace, I can actually
It's
use
perfect
abilities.
peace, just out of curiosity.
That basically just means out of combat when nothing's
Yeah.
endangering you.
When you're out of combat and you have nothing to distract you, you get a plus. You instead of rolling a spell, you can just take 12 plus your standard focus because you don't have anything to distract you. Whereas in battle, you always have to roll, but because of the adrenaline rushes that happen during battle, it can also give you a surge of bonus focus or bonus strength or whatever.
You
roll
can
you
like
make.
hyper focus.
Can I use my charges or dire points during these perfect peace rolls? Or
Of
no?
course.
Okay.
Of course.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Pax is just circling the building, looking for something that looks like an entrance.
Yeah,
Alright,
Heath
yep.
circles, but from the other side.
All right. As you all come around that same corner to where Pax is, there's a door. It looks like a standard steel door. There's just a handle on the outside. Looks like it would lock from the inside.
Armor is so good if it maxes out defense. That means putting points in defense is useless for me the moment I can reliably charge.
Yep.
And very good.
Yep. It is designed for mages. That is 100% what that is
For
for.
wizards.
If you can hit,
It's
if
mage
you can,
armor from D&D.
if you can hit 27 focus, you max out your defense as a Earth controller with a battle summon.
Very cool.
So.
Well, that makes bulletproof quite the useless ability, but they didn't bulletproof. That's in the case that there's an Earth controller that isn't a mage, I guess.
Bulletproof also if you are, if I'm
Does it stack? Does it make 11? It doesn't.
no.
That would be.
If you touch, you can imbue that and sustain it on a target.
So I don't even need to give. I don't need to have bulletproof on myself then.
No.
Because I've just had.
If you can touch, like, say you touch Heath, you can give him +1 defense and then hold that as your concentration spell, essentially. Concentration ability. And just perma.
Heath gets even more tanky.
So, yeah. But you have to be able to touch. So, yeah. So there's a solid steel door, just a handle on the outside, no lock. But if you rattle it, you will find that it sounds barred from the inside by a steel bar, not a deadbolt or like lock or anything. It's just a bar.
So we would
across the
need
door.
like a strength of a lot to break it down.
If it's steel bolt, then I could just manipulate it.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I
Shatter.
wanted to
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
say, hey Zaven, could you destroy it?
Pax, you're the one who finds this. What do you do?
I'll kind of wave wait for everyone else over and show them the door, and we'll see what we want to do about it. And I'll let them know, like, unless they're already standing beside me, that like from what I saw inside, it's empty and there's no noise. Guys, do you want to open this door? It seems like it was empty when I looked inside.
Open sesame, Zavin says comedically, and as he uses shatter on the door, or at least on the locks of the door, if the door itself isn't metal.
The door is metal, and as
Okay.
Zavin says that, reaches out his hand and touches the door, it crumbles into steel dust, and the light streams into this little dome. Essentially, what you find is it's not an actual underground bunker. It is just a essentially concrete slab with a dome over it. I'm going to move you
It's
all.
a better defense than being in the open, I guess.
I'm going to
What could it be, like an air raid shelter?
a decoy.
Oh no.
And you all
Like theoretically, it could be something to be used to like hold positions.
almost like it held a battery of robots.
I was
And
gonna say that.
Oh, I just thought of that.
Those robots had to come from somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a magazine.
But all of you go ahead and
It's
roll
the
a perception
Amazon
check for me.
magazine.
Let's see if I
One
can
tenth my focus as always.
Mhm.
Guys.
Should make a macro for.
It's just 2d6 plus 1.
I should make a macro for it.
All right.
It's quicker if you just do that.
Zavin, as you glance in through the door, the steel dust settles because it doesn't necessarily float on air. As you look in, the other two of you, it's a little dark coming from the light to the dark, but Zavin, as you look in, being slightly closer, you can see that on the floor is a small, faintly sparkling purple stone.
Oh, looks like someone's already been here, or something. If it's purple, I'm gonna go ahead and use resonance. Is it an amethyst or a
Nope.
pseudo amethyst?
It is opal.
An hour amethyst.
Opal. Okay.
Yep, it's
Looks
one
like
of
someone's,
one of the drops.
Someone's already
One of
placed
us.
their amethyst here. Either that, or there's just a random amethyst here.
That's kind of odd, considering they would have had to get through what we had to get through, or they used the distraction.
Nah,
Maybe it was the
Oh.
assassin.
maybe.
He,
That'd be
he
really
seems
funny.
to be able to easily bypass such a barrier.
I wonder what would happen if we take such a thing and then
He
throw
would
it
kill
somewhere
us.
else.
And
Yeah.
I assume that if it's like the assassin, it's like exactly where he wants it to be.
It's
Because-
just a funny thought.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
If he wanted to place it in the center, he would just do it because he can teleport as he wishes.
Well, you do all know he does rely on the scouting information, like to know where to strike. So
Yeah.
he's not omniscient.
No, he's not.
He's
Technically-
omnipresent.
We could basically just use the sky what's it called? Periscope or whatever.
Oh, the sky
just-
telescope?
Yeah, and then just
Yeah.
chuck it from the map section, and then it's just gone. It's just not in the center anymore. It's far away.
He would like 100% kill us.
If
That was
he could-
his.
And I
if-
doubt
if-
we are
if it
strong
was
enough
his,
to take him down.
and if he knew where it was.
If that was
Uh,
his.
Bring it, yeah.
Not
was weird.
so
I guess I'll go close to it to see if anything's strange with it, but I doubt it.
No.
So I approach it to examine it, I suppose.
Fucking
You don't even need to do it. You have resonance. No,
Yeah.
this
Strange about it. Just
nothing
the open.
strange. It is definitely one of the I don't even know what to call them, placement stones. I know what they actually are, but I can't use that name because you all don't know what
Beacon
they
stones?
are.
Beacon
Sure,
stones?
you can call it a beacon stone if you wish. Yes, it is a beacon stone.
I'm thinking of like a cool name, but also like
Yeah.
beacon stone.
Well, there is an actual name. You just can't tell us to it.
Yeah,
You
I
just can't
know.
tell it to us.
That's our name, guys.
Sure. Beacon stone. Yeah, it's just a standard beacon stone.
Yeah. Well, if that's all that's in here, let's go about.
Let's go further.
Yeah. Let's move towards the center, I suppose.
All right.
I assume we will not finish this battle on this session.
Well,
Actually,
the center is no battle. It's just the center.
yep.
I mean, we don't know.
Well,
You all make your
not
way.
surprise.
You all make your way. You don't see anyone. Your directive was to destroy. Destroy what you can of the outer city. You don't have to. There are definitely flames behind you.
Oh.
I mean, the
I
ordnance
guess
explosions did quite a bit.
Zavin will basically, I guess he'll just go up to a house and he'll try to like focus his powers, testing out his newly tapped energy. Do I get perfect peace here? No, it's a battle zone after all.
Would Zavin be distracted? Like, there's no enemies in the area. You periscoped it.
Yeah.
There's fire, but like that's not a huge threat because it's nowhere near you. You can hear gunfire, but mostly you're just hearing the sound of the city burning at this point.
I'm gonna do a perception roll.
Yeah.
And if my perception roll is low, then he'll be able to make peace.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go, baby. The lowest
Let's
of
go.
lows.
By the way,
Alright.
I am terrified to play GURPS with you because low rolls are good in GURPS, and you are gonna kill everyone.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that you guys.
Oh, I
don't
would
die.
kill everyone. Have you
I-
seen D&D?
I have such an interesting story for your character, but like I'm afraid that makes your character too much of a main character. So I'll have to spitball it with a friend of mine.
Don't worry, I'll make sure other people are involved. But anyway,
Other people, aka just one other player right now.
yeah, I'll make sure he's involved. We'll be best friends.
I mean, I could
Something.
theoretically play GURPS with you. Theoretically.
There's another player that might be playing with the group soon, so I think 3 is a good number to start for first campaign with me.
Yeah. So anyway,
As you wish.
yeah, you fully
So I'll just
concentrate
go to,
on.
I don't know, this random house.
All right.
Shit. And then
Yep.
there you go. Full concentration, that'd be 25, so I'm doing 5 damage
All right.
on the structures of the house from a 360-degree radius or whatnot, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, 5 yards, 15 feet. You basically, you all, as Heath, as you're walking towards the front of the city, and Pax as you head up towards that other house, all of a sudden you hear a sound unlike any you've ever heard before, as Zavin literally rips the earth up and just drives it through the entire front of this house. The entire front wall and front room of this house are decimated. Glass shatters in just a single powerful crushing blow as Zavin just destroys the front and actually most of this house.
Can
Hang
he
on,
try
wait,
to use
wait,
a battle
hang on,
summons?
wait.
What are we waiting for?
Before my hypothetical turn ends, I'm going to go ahead and boost 3, and I assume Perfect Peace allows me to land that, or no?
No, you have to roll boosts.
Okay. Well, it's basically, since technically, if I didn't do this, then this would all be happening in a span of 4 seconds. But if I were to boost 3,
Yes.
I would be doing so much more in just 4 seconds.
What does boost do?
Oh well.
Boost adds 2 focus to a spell.
No. Boost lets me roll a d6 on 3 higher. I use my points of move at a 1-to-1 ratio to cast my spells.
Yeah, it gives you a.
Also, you get
A
like
bit of a
kinda
strange
get
name, but
Unchained.
Yeah.
yeah.
The strike of the mage class.
Yes.
And so if I were to do that with a battle summon, mwah, damage.
Yes.
You would just rip everything apart.
Big
So in
time.
perfect peace, I'm the ultimate destroyer of things. But in combat, I'll be like, I guess I could do 1 damage.
Does boost count as a spellcasting roll? Out of
Nope.
curiosity.
No, it's a ability.
It's an ability.
Okay.
So I can only use
that
it
would be
once.
funny if I could just force him to reroll that.
Yeah. So the titans and mages have a progression ability that allows them to start using moves and spells, breaking the single spell per turn.
But for specific things, basically.
Yeah, they're specific abilities. So for the sake of speed, Zavin, are you just gonna go around and just keep destroying houses?
Yep.
All right, Heath, what are you gonna be doing?
Tries to use his battle summon.
What are you gonna? You're gonna use your battle summon?
Yes.
You could
All right.
technically punch houses. You'll do more damage than I would.
he like fucking aura and he destroys a house.
Pax just goes full all might and starts just portal punching like just walls.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah. No,
So from
I know.
him,
creates
he figures
Like-
he has fulfilled the terms of what he's supposed to do by
Yeah.
annihilating the entire center of this thing with giant
Mhm.
explosions, and so he'll just kind of walk off as the rest of the other two just start punching houses.
All right.
Well,
Like,
I'm
he-
punching houses with Earth, I suppose.
Yeah,
but-
whatever. That's earth punch, physical
yeah,
punch.
Earth punch. Yeah.
Heath basically his battle summon, his Gaia Hollow,
Mm-hmm.
because if I get the perfect roll of 12,
Mm-hmm.
I can just about use my battle summon because my focus is to 8.
You can't
So,
deal damage with it. That's the funny thing.
And
No, because it's to add a wound to it. It's the base summon plus the modifier for the wound. So that's 21.
I have to roll for it, or do I add things?
You would have. So the way a battle summon works is you have your base, essentially a base focus, and then you.
Things, but I am asking how the perfect piece works into
Yes.
It allows you to roll an automatic 12, but if you
An-
only have 8 focus, you don't get up to 20. If you need 21 to do damage, you can never get it, even with a roll.
Yeah.
All you can do is summon your battle summon. You just can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Which is weird. How does that look?
It
This
doesn't.
is a field
Rat-
of, like, it's
Sorry?
it's like a field of energy or power or whatever it is. Like like you actually have to try to get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heath's battle summon actually like moths, like giant moths with yellow and lilac wings start circling him.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And it's essentially a battle summon it's kind of like potential and kinetic energy, where potential energy technically just like a rock sitting on top of a cliff, even though it looks like it's doing nothing, does have just the potential energy to fall down the cliff.
Yeah.
Or it can be like a lightning controller wanting to actually have a physical just sphere of lightning around
Yeah,
them.
no. I mean, like, some
So-
elements just seem like easier to imagine
Mm-hmm.
the effects. I guess with a nature controller's battle summon, maybe like small plants just start sprouting, but not much to like constitute
Yeah.
being an ability, right?
Exactly. It's
Earth controller, maybe the ground like starts like pulsating a bit, like little tiny spikes rise and then fall, like
Mhm.
as if it's like
It like the battle summon basically without anything is visible but not that visible.
Yes.
gravity controllers, with
Exactly.
light shimmers and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can I destroy houses with spawn?
I mean, you can start like plants growing around them. It would take quite a bit to
Like a
destroy them,
tree
but
just like grows through a house.
yeah, you can definitely do that. That wouldn't necessarily destroy a house. I mean, I've seen houses with trees growing in them
Like not
on the
not
internet.
not a whole
All
house,
you're
but
gonna do is you're gonna make it
Mhm.
harder for me to break it, man. Come on.
But yeah.
He's just jealous that you're so good at it.
I am the person that will die after one freaking striker comes
cut.
in my
Yep.
face.
So, for the sake of expediency,
Yeah.
Pax, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh no.
That's not that great. Nope.
The lowest roll.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it anyway. So
Yeah, Pax,
I'm scared.
this is not good. You can hear as you listen to your companions kind of revel in the confidence and newfound power. As,
Robin's not rebel. He's just going around doing it. And maybe he was even like, oh, I guess I can do this, huh? He's just doing
If
this.
he's more of a like reveling power.
yeah, as you listen to your companions just create this wanton destruction,
Yeah.
you can hear just the destruction of this city. It's an innocent city. You didn't necessarily kill anyone who wasn't trying to kill you or stop anyone who is trying to kill you, but this is so far from your training and so far from what you were doing, but it doesn't make sense. Why these mercenaries? What is paying to do this? Why any of this? That's kind of the question that comes into your mind. What kind of thing asks others to put gems with some sort of spell in them in the center of a town and then destroy it? And as you kind of have that thought, your wrist, your communicator goes off on your wrist, and you see a single phrase. It's from Inspector Craigle, and it says "help."
okay. And I'll type back where.
You wait. You wait. Minute passes. 2. Nothing.
Okay. And he was in that last city.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know.
Yes. Craigle was in not the city that you destroyed, but when you first came to the Dufaka Peninsula, you went to
the one that was first destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And he had been looking into things for you all. Kind of trying to get information on the mercenaries, the assassin, just trying to gather information, working with you all.
I will, I guess, I'll run back towards whichever one I come to first, either Keith or Zavin, and kind of just
I'll say it's Heath.
something is wrong here. Like none of this makes sense. Like why? Like what is the purpose of destroying all this and placing gems just to create things? Like why are we doing any of this? And Inspector Craigle needs our help, and he's just gonna just start taking off, like just back out of the city.
All right. Heath, you're the one who Pax comes to and just says those things, and then just begins to run out of the city towards the flames. There's a path through the flames, and it's not going to be hard for your enhanced, for all of you enhanced people to use a combination of magic and just skills to get through. So it won't be hard to get out of the burning city. But you see Pax begin to race out of the city.
Okay.
He just like looks disappointed after him and says, "Why? Because we have a mission, and I never fail a mission that is given to me."
Zalman just looks at Heath after he like mutters those words, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and then Zalman just goes, well, I'm just gonna head out then, I guess. I guess mission accomplished. The only thing left is killing people in bunkers. If you want to stay behind and do that,
Were we meant to get into the center actually, or were we meant to just destroy everything?
Just
destroy everything but brought the center.
and at this point,
So like we
thumbs up.
had not like we don't have to get in the like as
No.
per orders. We don't have to get into the center.
no. And at this point, I think all three of you as a conglomerate are smart enough to piece together that this city, being prepared for the attack, has also noticed that the center of the city seems to be the safe part. And so all of the people are actually within essentially the safe radius. The true bunkers are within the center city block where
You're
you
not
all
allowed to kill people.
aren't allowed to destroy and kill. So
Yeah.
yeah, so anyone who decided to stay outside definitely has already been killed, but you're not going to find any more civilians out here essentially.
Yeah, so Heath, if you want to go see if there's any stragglers left to end, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna group up with Pax. Zam gives him a thumbs up and starts jogging back towards Pax. Moving
he
just as fast as him, I suppose, because how much move does Pax have? Actually,
5, I
think
think.
we
He's got
have-
four, and then he has
move
tactics.
bonuses. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So,
You all have the same.
yeah. So I won't catch up with you, but yeah. Oh, you actually have 6 moves, like natural?
All of us have just 6 moves from what
Okay.
I
Yeah.
remember.
You all have-
Natural
you all have
4
6.
moves.
Yeah.
6 with modifiers.
Yep.
But that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, he just looks to the left and to the right and decides that he has fulfilled his mission, and he'll just go after them.
All right.
And you notice that when he's around you, like when he's just with you, he doesn't do like the, as we called it, the slow fast movement. He only does it when he is around enemies.
Okay.
All right.
Zalman doesn't care, because he wouldn't be looking back. He'd just be
Yeah.
running after
As-
tanks.
As you all are running, you get towards the edge of the city, and you can see Drill's craft up in the air. Pax, you feel gravity shift. The actual gravity of the planet changes for about 5 seconds.
Cold. Level fucking 50 gravity control.
No, that's only like level 20 something.
Yeah, like 26, but yeah, I'm joking.
It's
Yeah,
not.
23.
It's
if it
not.
was- if it was a gravity ability.
It's not the entire planet. It
This place, basically.
it is there is a shift in gravity to the north of you, which is in the direction that Inspector Kregel is. And there is a shift in gravity strong enough that for 5 seconds it doesn't shift, doesn't change how things are pulled to the ground. But there is enough power unleashed that you feel it and have no idea how close that was to you. That it was just a massive gravity hit.
The pancake
uh,
city?
I guess
It's Caden.
Caden on
I
Leech.
will like radio up to
Caden,
control
Caden
ship.
went out for a walk.
Mm-hmm. You radio to drill ship. What do you say?
Did something strange just happen to the gravity in this area and primarily focused to the north? Do you see anything?
Drill, you see her. It's quiet for a moment. The ship, the small jet, comes into land in front of you all. And as you all approach, she replies, "No, we don't see anything. It seems like whatever it was out of sight. Looking at the orders, seismographs, and all sensors, there's no one on this planet who could have stopped what just happened. That was... It wasn't eternal level, but there's no single individual on this planet that powerful. If you all want to get on, we can go check out what happened, but for all intents and purposes, we don't know what it was, but that was big."
We're all grouped up now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps
When Jurel gets to them, he changes back into his Heath form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And it-
well, Zabin will just talk over the radio and say, well, if it's something that powerful and you don't think that a single person could have done it, perhaps it's a large-scale incantation that's a group effort.
It's possible.
Do controllers know about the existence of incantations of
Yes.
high level
Yeah,
incantations?
of course.
Yeah.
Because that's how warp gates work.
Yeah, warp gates are incantations. They're
Like,
common knowledge. I just haven't implemented them
90%
yet.
of
Okay.
90% of all commonly used controller-powered devices are incantation
Yeah.
powered.
I just realized that. Sorry.
So, no, it's all good. Heath, as you approach, you see two things. Drill, as she's replying to Zavin, she just says, "It's possible, but we have several power sensors, and we've trained all our sensors to the north. It seems to have come from this peninsula." Specifically kind of towards the heart of this peninsula. So we have all our sensors trained there, and we're not getting any more power being used in that area. So it doesn't seem like whatever it was is still going. It seems like it's gone, but
Wild guess, but
Mhm.
perhaps it's linked to the amethyst. They're a mysterious power, and they are gravity tied. Maybe it's one and the same individual, or individuals plural, that are in charge
Also,
of.
I remember that the opal was. You said that it was really strongly protected. You couldn't damage it.
Yeah. I
Yes.
tried. I really tried. So hard that I was sore afterwards, but I couldn't even dent it.
And Heath, you see Jaril, as she's looking at you, is not just disappointed, but slightly disgusted.
You do know that I'm in my normal Heath form.
And
No, she's talking
Right
about
bef-
how.
I killed Heath.
Well, no, the fact that we've been involved in this
Yeah,
double
she-
agent thing means we're indirectly responsible, or technically directly responsible, for the death of everyone in that city, or whoever died in that city.
Yeah, she has seen what you guys have done to the past two cities, and she's not giving you the cold shoulder. She is straight up,
Scared.
yeah, scared of you. She's like what? Like,
Did you just make a genocide happen?
she is genuinely scared, disgusted, and disappointed, angry. She doesn't necessarily know exactly everything she's feeling, but she is not looking at you, and not communicating with you.
He just has like 1,000 miles there, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He is repressing all emotions that he has because, well,
Mhm.
he has to make the mission as well as he can.
Mm-hmm.
If this is an incantation linked to these amethysts, or fox amethysts, I would be interested to see how they work. What do you think? Do you think we should continue our mission as these double agents, or do you think we should withdraw for now? If there is a direct tie, it wouldn't do any good for us to help more of these explosions happening again, would it?
She.
No, and right before this one happened, I did get a message from Inspector Craigwell that just said help and then nothing. I'm afraid of what we might find if we go back to whatever that city's name was.
So
Whatever
that's
was
it.
named, so
Got to find my notes. Why do I have so much paper? Yeah. Drill doesn't respond to Zavin, but as Pax speaks, she goes, I agree. We should probably go see what that was. I assume you all can keep us safe. It was the town of Darrett.
Garrett.
You didn't respond to me.
No, she didn't respond to you.
Well, Nazavin's actually noting that. He's
Yeah.
actually putting her on the spot.
She just ignores you.
He puts like hands into his pockets and says, "Oh, well, we can certainly protect the craft and our group from any dangers. The thing is, do you feel safe with us?"
She just
Because
looks.
that's what protecting is about.
Yeah, protect yourself from an ant, Heath. Protect yourself from an ant. And she walks up and sits with the pilot.
Her response is literally not linked to what I said.
No,
No, it was.
she's basically
She's
saying, She's basically saying you're protecting yourself
Like
from
you
nothing.
stepped on ants.
Yeah, you're not protecting yourself, is what she was saying.
Yeah, but like what I meant is that she said something about like I believe you can protect us, like to our group. But basically, I responded with yeah, we can we can destroy any danger that we may meet, but protecting is about if you feel safe around us.
When she
So
said
that's like
when she said you can protect us, what she was saying it semi sarcastically, just saying like, I know you guys will kill anything. You just did.
he doesn't understand sarcasm.
Yeah, it was sarcasm, and she kind of knew Heath wouldn't get it, but she also knew that probably Zavin and Pax would pick up on it, having interacted with them a little. So, you all, the jet takes off, takes about a half hour, and as you approach where Darrett was, you can see from about a mile out a pink haze completely surrounds where the city used to be. And as you fly over, you can see the entire city is a crater filled with pink dust. And in the center, you can see some sort of purple rock formation.
How big is it, or how big does it look?
Go ahead and make perception checks. Anyone who wants to
I have a macro for it now.
anyone who wants to take a peek at this rock. Oh, okay. All of
Alright.
you. It looks like it's about 6 to 8 feet tall from the height you're at.
Resonance?
As you, it is opal.
Uh-huh.
It is a purple
I
opal,
suspected.
but you can see that it is not unintentionally shaped. This is not a random formation that has been placed here. This is a shaped formation that has a specific shape that you could probably see if you were like on the ground near it. It's hard to see from the top, but it is definitely carved.
Well, if it functions like teleportation, this pink dust, well, if it's possible that everyone's still alive. Isn't that great? Zavin says to,
He-
what's your face?
He just like rubs his chin because he's just trying to be analytical, so he doesn't think or feel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, the whatever teleported us back there. We can teleport a human with this small of a rock. Maybe this one works on a similar. And he just like mutters to himself, like, yeah, if it works like that, then maybe it's like that.
The pilot turns around to the three of you and goes, "Y'all want me to take you in so you can see what that is, or?"
Yes, that would be nice.
Alright. And goes in for a landing, lands about 100 feet from it. And you all head towards it.
Yep.
Alright. As you approach, you can see that it is a carved combination of two things you have seen. The top of it is a single eye, which as you approach and inspect it from all sides, it is made of the false amethyst. It is actually 100% opal. Both sides of this statue have an eye. Down each side of this gelatinous, almost thumb-shaped head are two veined, what you can see now are fins. These fins go down to, it's the statue that Zavin and Heath and Pax you all saw in the back of Borden North's little cubby. And beneath it is, now facing downward, what looks like a spiky bee. The symbol of the thorn crown that Gordon of the North wears. But when shaped like this, the entire structure comes together as a giant squid-like creature with a massive tentacles dangling beneath
Okay.
it, and comes together as one complete statue.
Oh no.
I wonder. This is all opal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a roll to see if, you know how I can store spells, right, in small gems, right?
Yeah.
Would it be possible to just do that on a much larger scale, with a much
Right.
larger gem?
So basically,
Go ahead
you can
and-
store a small spell in a small gem, and you can store a big spell in a big gem.
What
That's
roll
what
would
you're
this be?
thinking?
Perception?
Yeah. Roll a spellcasting roll, and then a perception bait with a difficulty based on that spellcasting roll.
Alright.
All right.
And then perception from that.
Mm-hmm.
E.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah. As you investigate this, you begin to probe it with power. It is definitely an imbued stone. There is, knowing what you know now about spells and spellcraft and creating objects of power, this statue is imbued with a powerful permanent enchantment. This is not
Permanent enchantment.
Yes, this is not an enchantment designed to run out or be used once. There is something on this that is continually running.
Can I detect how many enchantments or enchantments are on it?
Yeah, with that.
Not their ability, but just how
Mhm.
many are active.
Yes, there are 4.
4. Okay.
Mhm.
They're all permanent.
Yes. One of them is, I will say, one of them is rather weak. And you can assume that it is the light bending spell that makes this opal appear to be amethyst.
That makes sense.
You don't need much to do.
One of them is incredibly strong.
Yes.
One of them is way stronger than you, but not as strong as the most powerful. And then the 4th one is, it's pretty strong, but nothing, at your best, you could probably hit it.
Comparable to him.
I have listed on my whiteboard 3 possible of the 4. Actually, maybe all 4. This is all hypothetical, and well, not hypothetical, but theorizing. There is a power enchantment or whatnot. That is the main function of the crystal. Then there is a protection enchantment, which is what I found when I tried destroying the smaller versions that may or may not be related. A collection enchantment, which somehow functions as a collector of the energy to store it in the first place. Because I can't imagine there'd just be a cult of people circling this thing and then putting their hand to it and putting their energy into it. That'd be a bit silly. So there should be a collection enchantment, so it collects its own power after certain conditions are met.
Or it siphons its power from something way more powerful.
Well, I mean, it's still a collection no matter what.
Okay.
And then the 4th being the disguise enchantment, as Jesse noted. That's my guessing, and that's what I'll say as a character as well. Quite fascinating.
All right. Does anyone want to inspect the statue?
The strongest.
Does anyone want to inspect the statue, like up close, like not probe it for spells? I mean, Pax and Heath, feel free to probe it in any way you want. But
Pax will see if he can identify any of the.
Okay. Go ahead and do the same roll then, Pax. A spellcasting roll followed by a perception roll.
Let's see here.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, big spellcasting roll.
But
Perception.
if only I got the doubles.
Yeah. So, 12, 17 plus 7. Okay. So, the spells within it, the light bending spell is not. Light bending's not much farther above you, right? Let me check gravity's
I don't
ability.
think so.
Yeah.
It's
Light
level...
bend is next. Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
So is warp gate. Okay. So, the most powerful spell in this is a warp. It is.
Power is warp.
Yes, it is a huge warp, but it is single direction. It is not a bi-directional warp. And its radius is about the size of this city. This entire occurrence is essentially a permanent one-way warp.
So it's may I call it a warp bomb?
Sure, it's an occurrence, a true occurrence.
Hang on. So does it
These
mean...
occurrences are manufactured then. That's what Pax will say out loud.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like someone made this. Like they. No, and he'll start there is, as Zavin had said correctly, there is if you bend light in just the right way, you can make things look like other things, and it's doing that. There's also a one-directional warp gate that so stuff can only go in one direction.
So
Like,
I'm
So
I'm
it's a
assuming
warp bomb, I would call it.
functionally it exists in point A and something else exists in point B. Once it has its energy and activates, does point A and B swap? And point B never being able to return to point A?
No,
Can I tell
one-way
if
street.
this is the end point or the start point?
Yes, this is the end point.
Okay, something will be brought here and only that direction.
Which would mean then that the crater is a crater not because whatever was there was taken, but because whatever was there has been
Maybe,
squashed.
maybe the void here, the crater here, is what was meant to be brought here.
Can I see what the other two are?
Yeah, the second one's a little hard to tell. The second most powerful is some sort of generic protection, kind of transmits any force.
Enforcement
Kind of transmits any force directed at this statue into some other place. And then the third most powerful is some sort of tether or like beacon to somewhere. It's actually very familiar because it's reminiscent of what it feels like when the deep voiced gravity speech comes to you. When whatever does that communicates with you, you can feel it coming, and whenever it's creating portals, that same feeling of something reaching over distance is present in this as almost a tethering spell.
So rather than a collection, there's like a wire, a connection.
It's a marker. It's almost yeah. It's
like beacon.
You might, until you would know where it is, maybe wherever you are.
and as you think about
always
that,
look-
Go there.
Always reach to it here.
there is one other place that you can feel that feeling, and it's in the obelisks that you all set. When you delved it before, that is the other place you have felt this kind of tether is within those gems that you all set around.
So they are indeed connected then.
It's like a scaled up version almost.
Yeah. So, so obvious. Like, if we were to go up and inspect this, like physically, I'm assuming that
Like I said
we
that
noticed the
Keith wanted to
blatant
inspect it.
connection between Borden North and Gordon of the North. That's like here in this statue.
Yes, this
and
is
the
their symbols
and
are two
the-
part of this are each their personal crests, I guess you could say, are half of this whole.
yeah, and the whole being the kind of the tentacly thing that Inspector Craigle had sent to me, like during the last session,
Yes.
session before last.
Yeah.
Which I did actually make notes about.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, where did I put them?
remember players that make notes are dangerous.
Oh
As
yes.
my GM said.
So I was right on everything except collection, unfortunately, which was
Mhm.
what I thought would make sense the most.
Yeah. There's
And
no.
everything
here we go.
has to
Yep.
have power. It has to
No,
get
physically.
power.
I didn't actually type them. So
Mhm.
they're tentacles. It's an unaffiliated murderer, unattached to a single merc group. He actually just moves around. So it seems like there's someone, possibly Gordon of the North, who is manipulating these groups to gather these like beacon transport gems on a small scale to be able to actually do something like this on a larger scale once he can collect enough of whatever he's collecting, whether it be energy or whatever, lives.
I feel that
destructive energy,
I feel
chaos.
that Halo may be connected to it. Can we agree that we, like, amongst ourselves, call the masked gravity killer the masked gravity assassin Halo, because he has like a halo?
I guess we can give him that nickname.
Sure.
So I do believe then that the Merc group is probably manipulated into doing this.
I
We
think
took
there are
things.
multiple merc groups.
Well, yeah.
And
I don't think we'll get much information if we continue working for them then.
one
Because
They're
there should be
manipulated
kept
themselves.
intentionally in the dark.
Yeah.
one
And
other
anyone who questions it is sent away.
one other thing that is just kind of a world building thing that hasn't come up in any conversations, but specifically Heath, you would know, is that of all of the nations, the most disconnected from state to state and city to city is Tuvaka. So if this happened in, say, Grail House or Kret,
That they have
National
like a military
news.
that they could intervene. Basically.
national news, big discovery. If this happens in Tuvaka, odds are it takes a week before anyone realizes no one's just coming from this town in the middle of a peninsula.
What was
Yeah,
the
I
lady's name
guess
that was
it's
with
like
us?
Drill?
because there is no like Tuvaka news or anything.
Sorry, I
There
couldn't
is
hear
no-
you over
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, her name is Drill.
Drill.
Mhm.
Zaman will turn to Drill and say, Drill, do you know if it's possible if you could assemble a report on what we found here and submit it to the other nations to get a more militaristic help? I don't think we're going to make much progress with just us. It would definitely help the
Does seem
mercenary
that we
problem
have.
too.
It seems that it was our final mission for the group.
If we can tell them that some atomic scale weapon of mass destruction could potentially harm them too, I don't think they would have much choice. The only problem is convincing them it actually exists.
Photographies exist for a reason.
Before I give this answer, did anyone physically inspect the statue, or was it just
I
a
wanted
magic?
to physically
I thought-
inspect it.
Yeah, I thought I touched it.
You did touch it. I mean, like, actually, not just touch it and probe it, but actually, like, use your eyes and just read.
How good
like-
is a 10?
Was there something to read? I wasn't aware.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, did any of you look for anything like that? And
No.
Lee was saying while you two were probing for spells, he was
Yes.
looking.
Yeah, like physically looking.
She.
He because Heath.
He because
Yes.
Yeah, Heath said he was gonna walk up and start physically looking at it when
Yeah.
we're doing like spell proofing.
and
Like Heath knows that he is neither powerful enough as a spellcaster nor does his element support.
Yeah.
Whatever this is.
And Heath, as you look at this statue, got to make.
He takes out reading glasses and looks at it.
I am on the wrong tab.
So will you send me
You
info
you see a series of names. It says Bayless, North, Musk, Olhas, Hilfling, Rack, in support of the great power.
If you could write that down into the Discord, that'd be very much appreciated.
here? Sorry, I like realized that I should write it down after you said it.
I'm putting it into.
responsibility.
Yes, that is my responsibility. I just wanted to. I'm going to put it in lore.
So it's GM responsibility if asked.
Fast.
Yes.
Okay, so like Heath, like our they visible enough that I can like take a photo with my full watch,
Mm-hmm.
per watch, and for the photo to be legible, the names?
Yep. And as you do recognize several of the names. They are all.
The player also did.
Yes, the player also did. One of them. You know what? I am after I. Hilfing.
Sorry if I'm like
No, it's
hyper energetic on this session.
no.
I feel like I'm
no.
cutting into people a lot.
You're not at all. I'm just making sure I get these right. In.
Guys, I've got about 5 more minutes in me before I'm just gonna have to
Yep.
call it a night and go get some sleep.
That's what I'm going for. I'm trying to get this down so that we can end. In pursuit of power. There you go. And just to put names to those, they are all members of the occurrence order. And their full names are Sibyllus Bayless, Borden North, Cord Musk, Solact Olhase. And I'll send these to you privately because this wouldn't be info the other characters have access to.
Is All Hayes a title or his like actual name, surname?
It is his surname. He is Oban. All of these names, and then Opark Rock, which is each one of these names comes from one of the under categories of the occurrence order. So every single nation, and then one from the Oseth, which is the nationless, which is Sibyllus Bayless.
I thought of that when.
Yes.
But basically, you said that there is Sibosef, so I thought of like there is the Osef. Then you said
Sibyllus. Yep.
Yeah.
His last name is Bayless. His name is on here, and so I'll send you the full names and titles of those. But just know that one name from each nation is on this statue. So.
Well, assuming this doesn't vanish again, I'm certain we could probably get other nations here to verify its existence and the danger it possesses.
I can take pictures of it at least.
Yes, pictures,
I did.
a live stream.
But I'm guessing that, like, with this kind of a display, that they're probably not worried about being uncovered at this point.
And maybe they just want
No.
us to see this.
I think they've probably progressed far enough in their plans that they think they're quite untouchable. It would help, though, if we had the nation's help. Drill?
Also,
Honestly,
uh,
this is a good. She just looked. Honestly, this is a good strike. No nation is going to allow another to amass forces here, being of how prosperous this region is. The Tuvokans won't allow mass armies in here. At best, you're gonna get high-level diplomats, and you've said that this Halo assassin is in this area running everything.
He could probably defeat the three of us combined.
You're gonna have to go to the leaders personally and somehow guard them if you bring them back here. I think that's your best option, unless you all just want to do what you normally do, go by the seat of your pants and jump through a hole that you don't know what's on the other side.
Well, I personally think that we should get the occurrence order involved, since all of those people are members of the occurrence order.
Yeah, I think if their names are written on this gigantic slab, they should at least be put under investigation within their countries. It's
You
something they could probably do.
Her eyes pop open and she goes, "Oh, that would work. We're an extra-governmental agency. We have members in all of the... Oh. Oh, that could work." And for the first time
It
in...
seems that there is one of all the every. There is an Ohos, Okret, Okol, Obain, and even an Olsef.
She nods, and for the first time since you all began interacting with her after looting the city, she pulls out her journal and begins writing. And she says, "All right, I'll get everyone together." And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.